Howdy folks, it's Gary with Drone Fisher Tackle, and today we're going to discuss the drone selection, fishing rod and reel selection, and our system, and go over that and see why ours is what we prefer. First thing you want to do is pick yourself a drone. Now, which kind do you buy when there's about 200 out there? And DJI is my first choice, and the US government wanted to purchase them or ban them from China, but they are simply the best, I think, that you can buy out there for just a drone that anyone can go out and buy on Amazon. And it's got very intelligent flight logs, and it's just the best. And the foldability, I like the foldable. Some people like the thrust of the Phantom, and they're big and huge, but I just love a foldable that I can pack in my suitcase and take a travel rod that fits in your suitcase, and I don't have any hassles like that, and fish anywhere in the world for whatever I want to. They're wonderful. You can buy a third-party case for much cheaper than what DJI offers with their Fly 2 kit, offering extra propellers and stuff that comes with your initial purchase anyway. So I just bought a third-party travel case for a fraction of the cost and a spare battery, which I rarely even need or use. And just the basic drone. I like the DJI Mavic Air 2S. Has got a kilogram of carrying capacity, and the new Mavic 3, they're not listing that yet, but it's quite a bit bigger. It's a beast. So for offshore long windy flights, it'll be killer. But I've had the Mavic Air 2S offshore many times, and 200-300 yard drops, and it's worked just wonderful. I just love it. So my top picks: DJI Mavic Air 2S or Mavic 3, because they're foldable and compact. Although we see a lot of fishing videos with the Phantoms and Swell Pros and stuff, but it looks like a two-man job where I can fly this by myself. I can fly and fish by myself, one man, simple, easy to do. So that's just my bias. I like that drone. And all you have to do with the Drone Fisher Tackle, the next thing you need after your drone is your bait release. And there's many different types of electronics, and they have batteries die. Some even have a separate remote control you have to charge, and they might have distance issues, moving parts. And the Drone Fisher Tackle rotational release is the only one who does this. It is the simplest thing in the world. All you do is tie a Palomar knot, put a loop around the front hook on your release, fly out, and rotate your drone, and it's going to come off if you have tension, if you have a light drag set up, and it'll drop, or you can fly out, half a mile, and turn when you see shore, crank your line off, and it'll just come off the hook. A lot of people did the old coat hanger things and duct tape, but this allows you to attach to your drone, and it's very slim, ultra light, doesn't affect your landing. I prefer to use a landing pad like the one I've got here. It kind of keeps sand or grass out depending where you take off, and also displays the GPS accuracy. When you land, I often just hit the return to home button, and the drone will fly home all by itself, and I can go fishing immediately. And with the Drone Fisher Tackle system, it's the only system in the world that offers a release just to drop your bait, fly out, or you can also do some topwater fishing and tease the heck out of fish and tap the water, fly fishing or bait fishing, topwater species, crab for tarpon, or whatever you like, and it'll release from your drone and not pull your drone down. So this one just clips on. All of the Drone Fisher tackle systems have the rotational release like this model. This is the Air 2S, and we have two different releases here. Our latest in the foreground is the adjustable, which is excellent. It'll release from 1 or 2 grams to over a kilogram, and the other one behind it, the call it type, that one is a tension release. It's marked on it. It tells you how much. You don't have to adjust it. You know how much it's going to release at. That one here, that one's 20 ounces. So they're available in 5, 10, 15, and 20 ounces. But the adjustable one is really a nice feature just to have one. And you can have a lot of fun with that. It opens up a lot of opportunities. So then after you pick your drone, like I'm sorry, but I do like the DJI. You know, the Air 2S and the new Mavic 3. I don't own one yet, but it's a big, powerful bird and would be excellent for some of the higher winds that we get here in the Gulf Coast in Texas, 30-mile-an-hour winds. And if you're hanging heavier stuff or shark fishing, but it's a good one. Definitely my favorites. All these arms and legs on this drone fold up, and it fits in this case, and you can take it on the airplane with you with your travel rod. So that's probably about it for drone selection. Our features. The other thing with the Drone Fisher tackle release, besides no moving parts, nothing wears out. You don't need a controller. You're guaranteed for a year, but I should probably up that to 5. You don't have to remove it. You can leave it on your drone all the time, and it'll fit in your case still. It'll fold up, which is beautiful. Where many of them strap around, they're not very aerodynamic, and you have to take it on and off every time you change your battery, where this you can leave it on for the life of your drone. Now the Mavic Air 2S and the Mavic 3, all you have to do is take, see these, there's a couple screws in the middle, and I've got longer screws on there, and you take them out, the original ones out, and I provide the longer screws with the Air 2S and an Allen wrench, and you put in the new shorter screws, and it doesn't block any sensors. It's not going to cause you any problems for the landing. You don't have to catch it like a lot of the other systems. It's a very low profile system, and these tension releases for topwater fishing, they just snap on and off in seconds. We've got little slots where you just clip them on and off. If you want to do the topwater thing and have a hoot there, it's really a nice system. I've got the old style, the adjustable and the non-adjustable on this one right here. But it's a pretty sweet system. So then you know, I think if you're on board and maybe you think the foldable drone is nice because you don't have to pack so much junk down to the beach and have 2 guys to fly it, just one person. You got no moving parts on the Drone Fisher tackle system, nothing to wear out. It's as easy as, like I say, tying a loop and fly out. And that loop also, you just tie that loop. If you want to do topwater, you just put it in this adjustable clip. Where the old style, you know your tension with the collet release, but there's a bead and you can't really crank it into your rod. So that the adjustable one here with the knob is kind of my go-to thing. And like I say, it's got beautiful little clip-on devices here. They're all designed, all of our drone releases offer a place to clip on a proper drone release system. So that being said, I guess we'll move on to the next thing people probably wonder about, and that is what fishing rod, what kind of line. Well, Obviously with a drone, you can fly out 10 times further than you can ever cast, or more. I mean, I have 500 yards on this, it's a Sugaelang. I've been a long-term Shimano fan for my life. I've had 12, but they're getting awful expensive, and you can definitely put on an oversized reel on your fishing rod. And I like the bait runner style, and that's what Sugaelang offered the biggest capacity I could find on AliExpress, and it was cheap, and it's pretty dang smooth drag. It's I got a 12,000 model DYD Sugaelang for maybe, I don't know, 70 bucks or something. And also this Piscifun is very nice. Piscifun, I like this little guy. There's probably 200 yards, a 30-pound braid on that. The braided line will respond a lot better. We're a long way out, so I recommend a braid and then a fluorocarbon top shot or mono top shot. But the bait runner is beautiful because I can just flip the lever in the back and fly out the drone with a very smooth little tension, hardly any drag at all. It just turns out gorgeous, you know. Keeps a little snug line, and flip it there, and then you're set to your normal drag. So my first choice for a reel is the bait runner style reel. Now I do love overhands, definitely is really one of my favorites, but it's nice to have one with a good drag. You don't want to burn it out running out long distances, but you can always just turn the clicker on, like this one here. A clicker is a great way to put some tension on, and that's about it. For rods and reels, I don't think it matters what rod. There's no really perfect rod. It depends what you just want to use and what your line weight is, but one with a good drag you can run a long way out smoothly is preferable. You can go with an open bail. That works for short distances, not so bad, and increases your battery life. But I also love some certain accessories, like this chair I got. It's a lightweight aluminum chair, and you put your rod in and you fly out. Leave your rod. It's got a holder, so you don't need an assistant. It's a one-man deal. And you know, if your line ever fouled up or something, you could, or you ran out of line, heaven forbid, that the chair's just going to fall over, and that'll alert you right away to stop your drone. So that's a cool thing. And you know, some days you're down on the beach and it's windy, your line's blowing around. I often like to just put a coin on top. You can put sand or a rock, but I carry a good old loonie with me and put that on top. But I do recommend the foldable option is, you know, my favorite. You know, do that, a landing pad, a bait runner reel, folding aluminum chair, and you're good to go. And then I do like the third-party drone cases, which are a lot less expensive. They work great to put your batteries and charging gear in. It's very compact, and then you can put that, I like a beach bag, so I can fold up this foldable landing pad, this orange thing here, throw that in with my drone, and it's less things to pack down to the beach, and it works out pretty good for me. So I hope I mentioned everything I meant to, and I hope you all like this video, and I can save you guys some headaches that I experienced getting rigged up while I was a beginner. Thanks.